We set up a hopscotch challenge to see how Glasgow University students would react. Our main goal was to gauge how open students are to a bit of spontaneous fun amidst their busy lives. We wanted to see if they'd take a moment to play, offering us a peek into their daily routines and how they interact with unexpected joy. It's all about understanding if people feel too rushed to enjoy a simple game or if they're willing to embrace a little playfulness. We blundered for a while on what topic we wanted to choose, but it was to have an insight into how play has an impact on people's lives. As university is a very high-stress environment, we found this relevant, and we thought from our own personal experiences, this would be a perfect place to have a fun stress-breaking game. Setting up the hopscotch wasn't just about watching people skip, it was about creating a little moments of joy. Those who joined in often thought they walked away with a smile, a brief escape from their day-to-day stress. We noticed that even in a quick game, this could lighten the moods, sparking laughter and a sense of camaraderie among strangers. Beyond the fun, we learned about people's willingness to engage and their perception of time. Some participants shared that it was fun or stating that they wished they joined in. Many students walked by the hopscotch not even wanting to look at it, suggesting that they were in rush or felt judged if they would have taken part. Ultimately, hopscotch became more than just a game. It was a social experiment that highlighted the importance of play and connection. We achieved our goal of creating a positive interaction and gathering insights into how people value and incorporate fun into their lives.
This intervention supports the University of Glasgow's focus on continually improving the health, safety and well-being of its community. By bringing a playful and interactive element like hopscotch into a public campus space, we contributed to the university's well-being goals for spontaneous engagement and moments of joy. The activity encouraged social connection and light physical movement in a relaxed, inclusive way. Participants described feeling happy, amazing, and were visibly smiling. Clear signs of enhanced well-being and a positive campus atmosphere. This small-scale action showed how simple creative interventions can strengthen community spirit and emotional well-being across the university environment. So we also noticed that when we asked people directly if they wanted to join in, more of them were actually willing to do it. That showed us how a bit of encouragement can really make a difference. People just needed a small invitation to feel confident enough to take part. And that connects really well with the CLD value of empowerment, which is about increasing people's ability to take action and influence their surroundings. Our hopscotch activity did that in a really simple way. It gave people permission to play, to connect, and to feel part of the community.
So we set up the hopscotch, we stood back, we observed, some time passed. But we noticed that we weren't really getting the desired impact that we wanted. We weren't getting the results that we'd hoped for. So we looked over, and as we were kind of looking around, examining our surroundings, we realised that the opposite side of the road was a lot busier than the side that we were currently on. So with that information, we decided to pick up our stuff, cross the street, and give it another go. And by doing that, we managed to get a lot more engagement, we managed to get a lot more results, and a lot more people got involved. And that's exactly what this intervention is all about. Did you enjoy the hop? I did.
Minimelis and Ronson 2006 say, "We all know what play is and we all play, in work or in leisure, alone or with others, with objects, processes or ideas. We recognise expressions of play in the world around us, and we are aware that play occupies social spaces of cultural and economic significance." And on top of that, Harris 2016 says, "Employees who have fun at work are far more likely to report higher levels of psychological well-being than those who do not. Not only that, they are more motivated, better at collaborating with others, more supportive of their colleagues, more committed and less absent." Mattinen 2025 suggests that when discussing objects of perception like, say, bananas, houses, or even hopscotch, and so on, we have different layers of meaning. Symbolic meanings have an effect on how we experience the world, but it is not the only level of meaning.
The purpose of this intervention was to promote play to students' daily life and encourage social interaction in the university's community by introducing a game of hopscotch on campus. During this intervention, we observed, encouraged, and asked people how they felt after taking part. Firstly, the people passing by were observed, seeing who noticed, who interacted with the hopscotch, and who engaged in play. We then went on to pointing out the hopscotch and asking people in hope it would increase participation. Situational factors such as a group encouraging each other to join in, an "I do it if you do it" approach increased engagement. A demonstration from our group or simply noticing someone playing hopscotch also increased engagement. We found when people noticed the hopscotch, they seemed surprised or confused. Those who engaged showed happiness and joy by laughing and smiling, and the people who took part also encouraged others to join in. When the people who did engage were asked how they feel, we had reactions like "loved it," "feel buzzing," or "really enjoyed that." Those who didn't engage were mostly on their phone, didn't notice the hopscotch on the floor, had little time and were in a rush, or felt too awkward and embarrassed to engage. When we got to the point that we asked for engagement by pointing the hopscotch out and asked things like, "Would you like a game of hopscotch?" we received avoidance, laughing and rejection in many ways. In conclusion, this social intervention using hopscotch in the middle of the University of Glasgow demonstrates that this simple, low-cost activity encouraged play in the university's student life and had a positive effect on those that did engage. Participation varied depending on group size, group encouragement, and observations of the public. However, the reaction of the people who engaged was always positive. This shows our social interaction was successful, as our aim was to encourage play and have a positive impact on people's daily lives, which this hopscotch clearly did.